Good morning, guys and gals. If any gals watch this stuff, which I don't doubt, except for maybe my wife, if she watches, I don't know. But quick update, have not worked on the Buick. Actually, I pushed it out last night, and you can see it's covered with frost. It is now October, starting to get a little chilly out. I got to get it back inside to get back to work on it, but you know how it is. When you're a hoarder, there's always something else going on. So, what have I been doing? Well, I went to 3 swap meets. The first one I put a video up. The second and third I did not. Just didn't have time. Let me get in the truck and get warm and explain a little more. Alrighty, so now that we're in the truck and the heat is on and it's a little warmer, what am I doing today? Well, my channel is not called Rusthoarder Garage just because I thought it sounded cool. I earned it. I've been doing this a long time, and I call it collecting, but you know, sometimes it's hoarding. I don't know. Anyway, this morning I am on my way to New Jersey to pick up a 1948 Oldsmobile model, should be a model 76. It's a 2-door fastback. Very cool body style. I like the pre-war into post-World War II fastback body styles, 1941 to 48, and I like the 49 and up as well. But I like these cars a lot. They're cool to build. They look cool. So, do I need it? Nope. I have more project cars already on hand to last me the rest of my life, and hopefully to make lots and lots of videos of building cool different cars, because I have a lot of stuff that you're not normally going to see built on YouTube, that's for sure. Just the way it is. I like weird stuff. But what have I been doing? Well, because I have not been on the Buick for the last couple weeks. I went to 2 other swap meets since I did the first swap meet video, and the way my schedule's been, I just didn't have time to make videos. It was go to the swap meet, get home, get unloaded, get on to the next thing. Sometimes it's just like that, and it seems like lately it's been that way all the time. One swap meet I went to was the Hershey, Pennsylvania swap meet. That is pretty much the biggest collector car swap meet that I've ever been to, and you can find. I've only been there a couple times. It's quite a hike for me. It's like 4-hour run for me to get there. But I decided to go this year because it's the place where you can find things that you can't find other places for older cars. So, for the 41 Buick that I bought a few months back, and there's a video when I brought that home, I needed headlight trim rings, which are individual to that car, and I also needed left side tail light and housing for that car. Again, that's more like a 41 and up, but there's different models. And back then, GM, they had a lot of different parts for a lot of different models. It wasn't like now where one part fits all their cars for 10 years. Things were very different back then. And actually, I was able to find the taillights and the trim rings for the headlights. And I found them reasonable, which was amazing because, hopefully this is bouncing around too much, which is amazing because Hershey is not usually the cheapest place to find parts because people know what they have. But I actually found things very reasonable, so it was good. And Hershey is such a big swap meet, you really can't do it in one day. It's just too big. And because of the weather, 3 of the 4 swap meet days were pretty much rained out. So I had to try to do it in one day, the day I went, and I know I missed things, but I still went hard and found a lot of good stuff, so it was a good show. The other swap meet I went to was in Connecticut. That was the Stafford Springs swap meet. Been going there for many, many years. I always leave loaded up. Good deals there. I picked up 2 88 Ford rears, one from Explorer, one from Fox Body Mustang. Both for $100 each. One was a Posi, one wasn't. I picked up a lot of just miscellaneous things, small parts for the cars. Good stuff, good deals, great deals. So that was a good, successful show. I also, I don't need them, But I picked up 2 more Silverados. Yeah, I don't need any more Silverados. I picked up an 05 and an 02, one with a 5.3, one with a 4.8. Both great donors to use. Actually found them within an hour of the house, which was nice. I always seems like I can never find anything close. Everything always seems to be all over the place. All right, well, I got to make a gas stop here.
Turn right, then turn right onto US 9W.
Yeah, got to make a gas stop here and then get back on the highway.
Turn right onto US 9W.
All right, so anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks. So swap meets, picked up more Silverados I don't need, because over the last year, I don't know how many I picked up, but I probably bought 20 Silverados, or Escalades, or Denali's, or, you know, you get donors. And I'm still selling off my Gen 2 LT1 stuff. For 10 years, I did Gen 2 LT1 engine swaps into the old cars. One last thing I wanted to mention. I mean, the LS platform has been around since 1997. It's been, you know, popular for engine swaps for, you know, 20 years plus now, long time. But I will say that the swap meets I've been to, my regular swap meets, I see almost nothing LS. Almost nothing LS, almost nothing LT. Small block and big block Chevys still rule the world, man. They still do. I just don't see the LS stuff out there. If you're going to a swap meet thinking you're going to find used LS stuff, you might find a truck intake in a corner somewhere, or some exhaust manifolds, and even they're not even much around. There's like nothing LS. Like it's still amazing to me that you know, as popular as those swaps are, it must still just be, you know, in a general group of people who can do this stuff, because it's just not out there. It's not. And I expected that to be very different. But that's just the way it is. Anyway, I still have some LT1 stuff around. If somebody wants to see a Gen 2 swap, maybe I'll put one in. I don't know. I've sold a lot of my LT1 engines. Still have some left. Still have a lot of LT1 parts around to sell off, and continue moving forward on the LS platform. And yes, I know the 5.3 is not really an LS, it's a Vortec. But I have the aluminum LSs as well. So maybe we'll throw that into something. I don't know. Alright, let me get back to driving. Let's go check out this 48 Oldsmobile. Alrighty, there she is on the trailer. 1948, model 76, two-door fastback. Very cool body style. She's old, she needs a little work, but look at that mustache grill. The big handlebar mustache. That's just too cool to ignore. It's gonna be a neat cruiser. Very cool. And once again, we have the beautiful view from up in the mountains. Not fun to tow up the mountain, but you get a nice view of it. This thing's been sitting a while, but it's just too cool. All right, time to get it home. forget about this thing and get back on the 55 Buick.